Welcome back to a brand new episode of Mastering Programming. In today's episode, I'll speak to you about my first dispute or my first freelancing order. Now, this wasn't actually the first order that I had to complete or that I received, but it was the first one that resulted in a dispute. Thankfully, it was also the last one that resulted in a dispute. And can I just say it was a traumatic experience completely. I hated it, but I did learn a lot from it, and I thought I would share this with you. Since so far everything I've been sharing has been positive, I thought I'd also share the negative. Now, this happened at the very early beginning when I started doing some freelancing, and at that point I think I had 4 different projects and I've completed them. I've received so many 5 stars and I was happy, the reviews were good. And then came this guy. Now, he asked me to actually create a project for him that I created for 2 other people, and they both gave me 5 stars out of 5 stars. But he was very picky. That I basically gave him exactly what I gave to the others, and he was very upset about it. Now, given he did want a little bit better design, and for him, he felt like I couldn't give him the exact design that he wanted, and that's where we had some issues. I was fine with it. We just ended the order. We let the website or the platform that we were using to handle the situation, and they just said that he should receive the money, basically cancel the entire order. However, he did leave a really big review, and I'm about to show it to you right now, and I just wanted to share it with you at the very beginning of the episode so you can understand what someone like me who was just getting started and was just feeling like everything was going fine would have felt after reading this, and how you should handle it as well. So here it is. I'll keep it up, and basically it starts as saying, I explained vividly to seller, that's me, what type of website and app I wanted, and I explained how I wanted it to work and look. It was his idea to use Wix to create the website, which I paid a year's subscription for, but the website he created was mediocre and wasn't at all the design I wanted. I told him severally on the phone to fix it, but he just didn't know how to fix it. The app he created was also not what I wanted, design and function wise, and asked him to change it, but he didn't know how to do it. So after consulting with him, we agreed I hire another person on Fiverr to design the app, which I did. You can find it in my orders. But seller is incapable of making it work and has refused to use design after spending money to have it done. The website he set up is not fully functional, and the app he created has many flaws. Knowing that he couldn't meet the deadline, he submitted the project, which was far from done. I messaged him about the design, and he said he was going to fix it. By going back and forth with him, he has proven that he's an amateur and doesn't know how to execute this project. The project is bigger than him, he does not have the knowledge and experience to create the project that I ordered, and he is offering something else which I didn't ask for. To make up for his incompetence, my time has been wasted. I had a deadline to meet to launch the project, but the seller made it impossible for me to do so. I want to cancel this order and find someone else on Fiverr who has the capabilities to do this project. Alright, now I received this as soon as I woke up. I received this bomb. It was full of not hatred. He was obviously a customer who felt like he got scammed or that he didn't get what he paid for. I did refund the money for him, obviously, because he just didn't agree on what was being given, but I'm more focused on my side of things and how that felt. So obviously, looking at this, there wasn't that much, or there was some criticism here, and it was mainly focused on the design or how I delivered the design to the customer. He was very unhappy with it, and that was fine by me. It seemed like we were not going to go anyway, so we both agreed, alright, we're going to go, and we're just going to refund the process. Let me just let you know that this comment that he wrote was written after we agreed that I will refund the money. So he was still really upset about it, and he was still very insulted by it, even though I agreed, and we both agreed that we're going to be ending the project. Now, at that point, as soon as I read this, I really did feel a little bit down. I felt like I shouldn't be doing this job. Maybe it's too much for me, or maybe I just need more experience until I can actually start taking some clients. And man, can I just say, if I had stopped at this time when I thought I should give up, I would have lost so many things, and I definitely would have wasted so much opportunities, because since that point, it's just been going up. Now, let me just show you where I'm at the moment, just so that we can reflect on me at that time. Basically, this is my website, and you can see my portfolio now is starting to have actually a lot of different projects. Some of them are apps, some of them are websites, and some of them are a combination of both. And there's actually 30 more projects that I still need to update into my portfolio. I've also received over 18 different 5-out-of-star reviews. You can go find them on my Facebook, they're available, and you can even put your own. But basically, I've been receiving a lot of reviews, but I honestly only got better after receiving this comment. And I genuinely think that if I had not received this comment at the very early of this career that I'm doing, my performance basically would have been much worse. Understand that as soon as I received this comment, that's where I did get upset for a few days, but as soon as I got over it, I needed, I knew exactly what I needed to improve, and it was definitely my design. And at this stage, I realized I tried doing some of my own design, and I definitely got better. I definitely got to the stage where I can hand a delivery or provide a delivery of a project with a really good design. But I realized that it might be better to actually start including more people in my team to work on the design. So while I'm working on the programming part of things, they could be working on the design part of things. And man, that was correct. Something else that I needed to improve on, according to this document or according to this comment, is my communication with the customers. It seemed like I had left all the communication until the last bit where I had finally delivered the project. And when he said he didn't like it, I didn't really have enough time, or I didn't have room to improve the design or go backwards and forwards, which means I just crammed everything in the last few days. Now, don't get me wrong, I was working on everything from the first day, I just wasn't communicating with the customer on it. So he had no idea what's going on, and when he received it, he didn't like it. He felt like we were due to the delivery of the project. So another thing that I will definitely improve is always communicate with my customer, honestly, within like 3 days basis. Every 3 days, update them on what you've been doing, what you've done, do they like it, do they not like it, and that way you can always sort of finish things very early on. Something else that I will fix is functionality versus design, which one to start with and how to manage it. Usually I actually finish the functionality and then go ahead and come up with a design, but it seems like the best way is to actually have a bit of both. So maybe design the main pages or get the functionality done and then consult the customer based on the design and how you want it to look like. These were basically some of the things that I wanted to improve, but the main thing that I really want to improve is how I received a bad comment. When I received this feedback, I honestly didn't see it as a feedback, rather than I saw it as an attack on me and how good of a developer I am, which obviously, according to this, I wasn't even considered a developer according to the guy. I was an amateur, I was incompetent. These are some of the things mentioned. So it did put me really down, but I should have not taken it that way. I should improve the way how I saw this negative feedback as a good thing, as a map for me to get better, as a method and steps for me to get better. So that's definitely one major thing that I should definitely improve, which is how I should take or accept negative feedback like this. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you did actually enjoy this episode and learn something. If you're a developer and you got some negative feedback or you got some really bad reviews, do not worry about it. We all get it. I definitely got it. As you can see, some people can go miles to explain how bad you are, and it really does show. Do not worry about it. Just use it. Don't do what I did and get better at what you do based on those feedbacks. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode.